Hello everybody, in this video I am talking about users and groups in Keycloak Identity and Access Management System. On the left pane there are two entries listed as users and groups. Using them you can manage users and groups in Keycloak. First I am visiting the users screen. By clicking View All Users screen, you can see all the users created in a particular realm. In this case, there exists only a single user. By clicking Edit, we can change details of the user. By clicking Add User, you can create a new user. Now I am going to create a new user. Here you can see the only mandatory field is username and other fields are optional. I am given a username. You can enable or disable a user by using user enable switch. You can explicitly enable or disable email's validity using email verified switch. Next field is required users action. By using this field, you can assign some actions for users to perform on his next login. You can see there are a few options such as update password, update profile. When we added any actions of this list, user has to perform them on his next login. I added update password action. Now I am going to save the changes. Once saved the user, you can see many tabs appear in the screen which are used to configure the newly created user. Details tab is the one we use to create the user. We can use it to edit user details as well. Now you can see Keycloak has generated a unique ID for the user. You can impersonate a user by clicking Impersonate button. The next tab is the Attributes tab. Using this tab, we can add number of attributes for a specific user. After that, these attributes can be included in JWT tokens or SAML responses generated on behalf of this particular user. Next, I move into Credentials tab. You can assign a password to the user using this tab. We can make it temporary or permanent. If the password is temporary, user has to create a new one on the next login. Next tab is Role Mapping. There are two types of roles in Keycloak as realm roles and client roles. I will explain more roles in a later video. Currently, there are two realm roles assigned to this user as offline access and UMA authorization. If I want to make this user an admin user, I just need to assign the admin role from this section. Okay, now this user is an admin. You can assign client specific roles also from this drop down. By clicking different clients, you can assign different set of roles. Well, now I am going to Groups tab. Users can be added to existing groups using this tab. Currently there is a one group named Test Group. I will talk about groups in a short while. Next tab is Consent tab. Third-party clients such as OpenID or SAML can be configured to get users' consent on the first time login. That kind of user provided consents are shown in this screen. We will be talking more about user consent in future videos. The last tab is Session tab. Existing sessions of the user can be seen here. Currently there is no session for the user we created few minutes ago. Next, move on to Groups section. Groups can be assigned roles, and those roles will be directly assigned to all the users who resides in a particular group. A user can exist in multiple groups. In this screen, you can manage groups Now I'm going to create a new group. Once the group created, you can see few more tabs appear. Both attributes and role mapping tabs behave in the same way as the tabs in the user screen. In this case, created attributes and roles are assigned to the groups and those are assigned to the users in those groups. We can see members of the group using Members tab. Currently there is no user in this group since we just created this group. There is another special tab named Default Groups. Using that, you can set groups so that newly created users will automatically join those groups. Now I am going to add Hexa group to default groups. Now whenever a new user is created, he will be by default added to Hexa group. So this is all for this video, and see you soon in your next video. Thank you very much.